Good morning, students. Are you able to hear me? Yes. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the topic named multiplexing. Okay. As I told you yesterday, we have discussed about baseband transmission, passband transmission. Okay, baseband transmission and passband transmission. We are discussing digital modulation and multiplexing. In the digital modulation, we have two schemes, that is baseband transmission and passband transmission. After that, in multiplexing, we have three types of multiplexing schemes. We have, that is frequency division multiplexing, time division multiplexing, and code division multiplexing. First, we will see what is multiplexing. See, multiplexing is the set of techniques that allows simultaneous transmission of multiple signals across a single data link. As I told you in bus topology, we have seen one cable, one thick coaxial cable, that is a single link, that is a single link. For that single link, multiple systems are connected. In the same manner, the multiplexing is the set of techniques that allows the simultaneous transmission of multiple signals across the single data link. See, the multiplexing is divided into three categories. The first one is frequency division multiplexing. Second one is wavelength division multiplexing. Sorry, the second one is the diagram shows wrong. The second one is time division multiplexing, and third one is, of course, the wavelength division multiplexing is also there, time division multiplexing, and the fourth one is code division multiplexing. See, the first scheme, frequency division multiplexing. The name itself saying that the frequency is divided. See the first diagram, you can easily understand. This is the frequency division multiplexing. Here, these are the input. This is the input lines. These are the output lines. Here, in the input line, we have a multiplexer. In the output line, we have a demultiplexer. In the input line, we have a multiplexer. One second, I will let you. I will show you the diagram. This is the diagram of multiplexing. Here, see, these are the input lines. What I told you, several input lines. Here, see, 1, 2, and so on. See my cursor point on the left side top diagram. Otherwise, you can see here also. We have input lines, n input lines. These are passed over the multiplexer. MUX means this is the multiplexer. All these n input lines are converted, are passed through a single data link. This is the one link, n channels. These are n channels, and it is a one link, and these are passed over the demultiplexer, and this one will become divided into n output lines. That means first n input lines is passed through the multiplexer. Then it is converted to 1, and at the receiver end, the demultiplexer, it will separate into n output lines. This is called as a multiplexing process. Sharing the link among the multiple users. We have only one link. N users unnarandi, one link undi. This link is shared among n users. Ikkada inputs unnayi chudandi. Ee diagram lo ikkada we have inputs here. N inputs unnai. Ee n inputs ki ante meaning enti ikkada n users ఉన్నారని, వీళ్ళకి n inputs ఉంటాయి కదా. These n users sharing only one link, okay. At the receiver end, this is demultiplexer లో పాస్ చేస్తే ఈ 1 లింక్ మళ్ళీ 1n గా కన్వర్ట్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. n 1 గా మల్టీప్లెక్సర్ లోకి వెళ్తే డీమల్టీప్లెక్సర్ లో మళ్ళీ 1n గా కన్వర్ట్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ multiplexing. See what is the process of frequency division multiplexing? Very simple. In the frequency division multiplexing, we have two processes. One is multiplexing process and second one is demultiplexing process. Here what happens is, see, this is the 3 input lines. The diagram which you are seeing on the screen is FDM multiplexing process. FDM means frequency division multiplexing process. See, these are 3 input lines. What are these? These are 3 input lines. The inputs are baseband analog signals. 3 baseband analog signals are input. These 3 baseband signals are passed over the multiplexer. ఈ మల్టీప్లెక్సర్ లో పాస్ అయ్యే ముందు ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఈ బేస్ బ్యాండ్ అనలాగ్ సిగ్నల్స్ కి టు దిస్ బేస్ బ్యాండ్ అనలాగ్ సిగ్నల్స్ we will add some modular frequency. Okay, then this will convert it to like this. Okay, and this is one baseband signal, second baseband signal, third baseband signal. Okay, these are passed. Here who will add frequency to the baseband signal? Modulator. Here the modulator will add some carrier frequency to the baseband signal. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఈ baseband signal కి ఇక్కడ modulator కొంత frequency యాడ్ చేసింది, కొంత carrier frequency ని యాడ్ చేసింది. Then this baseband signal is converted to like this. ఈ baseband signal కి ఈ modulator లో ఉండే modulator ఏం చేస్తుంది? Carrier frequency ని యాడ్ చేస్తుంది. Then it will becomes to like this signal, like this. Third one, modulator యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇలా కన్వర్ట్ అయింది అనమాట సిగ్నల్. ఓకే, మల్టీప్లెక్సింగ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఏంటి? n ఇన్పుట్ లైన్స్, we have n ఇన్పుట్ లైన్స్ షేర్స్ 1 ఛానల్. సో ఈ 3 ఏమవుతాయి? ఈ 3 కంబైన్ అవ్వాలి కదా మల్టీప్లెక్సింగ్ అంటే. all these signals are combined and forms a composite signal. This composite signal is the input. Okay, next, this is the demultiplexing process. Okay, in the above diagram we have seen multiplexing process. This is demultiplexing process. In the demultiplexing process లో ఏముంటదండి? demultiplexer ఉంటది. multiplexing లో multiplexer ఉంటుంది. So the input to the demultiplexer is the composite signal. Here, see the difference. For the multiplexer, what is the input? The input is baseband analog signal. This baseband analog signal ki modulator ఏం చేస్తారంటే, modulator responsibility ఏంటంటే, the modulator responsibility is it will add some carrier frequency to the baseband signal. Okay, input is baseband analog signals for the multiplexer. ఈ modulator frequency యాడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత the signal is converted like this. All these signals are combined to get a one signal. This is called a composite signal. For the demultiplexing process, what is the responsibility of demultiplexing process? It will decompose. అది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే కాంపోజిట్ సిగ్నల్ ని డీకంపోజ్ చేయాలన్నమాట. The composite signal, here this one, the left side one, composite signal is the input for the demultiplexer. Here, what it will done? We have filters. We have filters. What it will do? This filter. We have 3 filters here. ఈ ఫిల్టర్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటేనమ్మా ఈ సిగ్నల్ ని సిగ్నల్స్ సెపరేట్ చేస్తుంది. డీమల్టీప్లెక్సర్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఇది కాంపోజిట్ సిగ్నల్ కదా. ఈ కాంపోజిట్ సిగ్నల్ ఎలా ఫామ్ అయింది? 3 సిగ్నల్స్ కంబైన్ అయితే ఫామ్ అయింది. దీన్ని సెపరేట్ చేయాలి కదా. 3 సిగ్నల్స్ గా సెపరేట్ చేయాలంటే ఎవరు కావాలి? ఫిల్టర్ నీడెడ్. ఈ ఫిల్టర్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే దిస్ ఫిల్టర్ separates the composite signal into 3 signals. Okay, ఈ సిగ్నల్ ఏంటిది? ఈ సిగ్నల్ క్యారియర్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ యాడ్ చేసిన సిగ్నల్ కదా. క్యారియర్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీని యాడ్ చేయడానికి మనం ఏం యూజ్ చేసాము? we have used modulator to add the carrier frequency. To remove the carrier frequency we need to use the demodulator. Here the demodulator removes the added carrier frequency. Removes the added carrier frequency, and the final output is baseband analog signal. Chodamma, you observe one point here. The input is baseband analog signal. The finally output is baseband analog signal. I will repeat once again this topic. Here, just listen carefully first. Here we are using 3 type of signals. The first type of signal is baseband analog signal. This is an input to the multiplexer. This is an input to the multiplexer. To this baseband analog signal, by using a modulator, we have added some carrier frequency. Then baseband analog signal is converted to modulated signal. This baseband analog signal, after adding the carrier frequency by using a modulator, it is converted to modulated signal. These are the left side 3 are baseband analog signals. After adding the carrier frequency to these baseband analog signals, these are converted to modulated signals. These are modulated signals. All these modulated signals are combined together to form a composite signal. The input to the multiplexer is baseband analog signal. The output is composite signal at the multiplexer. See, in the demultiplexer, the input is a composite signal. This composite signal needs to separate it as modulated signals. Inverse operation. The composite signals needs to separate as composite signals. These composite signals are separated from the by using filter. ఈ ఫిల్టర్ ని యూస్ చేసుకొని ఈ కాంపోజిట్ సిగ్నల్ ని మాడ్యులేటెడ్ సిగ్నల్ గా మళ్ళీ సెపరేట్ చేసాం. మాడ్యులేటెడ్ సిగ్నల్ అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? క్యారియర్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ యాడ్ చేసిన సిగ్నల్స్ మనం ఏం అంటామంటే మాడ్యులేటెడ్ సిగ్నల్ అంటామండి. క్యారియర్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీని సెపరేట్ చేయాలంటే మనకి ఏం కావాలి? యాడ్ చేయాలంటే మాడ్యులేటర్ కావాలి, రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే డిమాడ్యులేటర్ కావాలి. ఓకే, దెన్ ఫైనల్లీ we got baseband analog signal. Okay, hope you understand. Okay, frequency division multiplexing. Here the frequency is divided. In this we have multiplexing process and demultiplexing process. See, the example for the frequency division multiplexing is our FM radio. FM radio means frequency. FM means frequency modulation radio. Here, see the difference. 98.3 we know, 93.5 we have separate frequencies we have. Okay, here the range of frequency is 0 to 240. The range of here 240 channels we have. The range is 0 to 240. Here one thing, 93.5 FM channel is there, 93.6 is not there, 93.4 is not there. Why? because here if we allocate 93 point frequency to one channel, the next one 93.4 and 93.6, these two are not allocated to anyone because these two are used as guard bands. Okay, why these guard bands? These guard bands will use not to interfere. అంటే ఏంటంటే ఒక ఛానల్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఇంకొక ఛానల్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ తోటి ఇంటర్ఫియర్ అవ్వకుండా గాడ్ బ్యాండ్స్ యూస్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, this is about frequency division multiplexing. Okay, hope you understand. Second one is wavelength division multiplexing. See, the same scheme, frequency division multiplexing and wavelength division multiplexing, both are same, but the only difference is wavelength division multiplexing is used the high data rate capability. This is used for high data rate capability. See, this is very simple scheme. In the wavelength division multiplexing, see, here we have three input lines. Those are lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. These three are three different input lines. In the multiplexer, what it will done? It will add these three, lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3, and at the demultiplexer, these needs to be separated as lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3. This is wavelength division multiplexing. See how it will be done. It is a prism. It is a prism. Through this prism, see, through this prism, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, these three are passed. Okay, here multiplexing has been done. So what is this? This is a fiber optic cable. I told you in the guided transmission medium about fiber optic cable. In the fiber optic cable, the light is transmitted. The light is transmitted. Here in the fiber optic cable, all these three are combined as lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3. Okay. Next, in the demultiplexer process, we have a demultiplexer, and this will separate as lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3. Okay, this is about wavelength division multiplexing. This is about wavelength division multiplexing. The only difference between frequency division multiplexing and wavelength division multiplexing is for high data rates in the fiber optic cable. For all we know, the fiber optic cable will give the high data rate than other cables. How many types of cables we have? We have twisted pair cable. We have coaxial cable. Okay, we have twisted pair cable. In the twisted pair cable, we have two types: UTP and STP. Unshielded twisted pair and shielded twisted pair. And coaxial cable we have. After that, electric cables we have, and Ethernet cables we have. Okay, for and compared to all these, this fiber optic cable will give the high data rate. High data rate means high transmission. High transmission is possible through this fiber optic cable. This is about wavelength division multiplexing. See, in the frequency division multiplexing, the frequency is divided. Next scheme is the time division multiplexing. Next scheme is the time division multiplexing. In the time division multiplexing, the first one is the synchronous time division multiplexing. This is very simple scheme. This is shows you what is time division multiplexing. See, we have very simple diagram. This is here. How many inputs we have? This is one, first input, second, third, and fourth. 4 inputs we have. These 4 inputs are passed through multiplexer. What is the responsibility of multiplexer? It will combine all these 4. Ante kadandi, 4 inputs ni combine cheyali. Okay na? See, This is the channel. Here, see, some divisions are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, the time is divided into slots. In the frequency division multiplexing, the frequency is divided. The frequency is divided, and some frequencies are allocated to some users. Here, the time is divided. See, here, right side. See from the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the meaning? This vertical lines means this is the time slots. All these are time slot. And the meaning ఏంటంటే this particular time slot is ఇది మొత్తం ఒక ఛానల్ కదండి. ఇప్పుడు ఈ 4 ఇన్పుట్స్, ఆల్ దీస్ 4 ఇన్పుట్స్ కి ఒక వన్ సింగిల్ ఛానల్ ఉంటుందండి. ఆల్ దీస్ 4 ఇన్పుట్స్ కి సింగిల్ ఛానల్ ఉంటది. మోర్ దాన్ వన్ యూజర్ ఎట్ ఏ టైం డేటా ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేస్తే it might be a possibility of collision. So మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే instead of doing that, the time is divided among the users. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఈ పర్టికులర్ టైం స్లాట్ అనేది యూజర్ 1 కి allocate చేసాం. This particular time slot is allocated for to user 2. This one is 3, 4 and so on. And then the time is divided among the users. Okay, this is called as time division multiplexing. Hope you understand. Let's take an example of a TTD Darshan. Okay, Tirumala Darshan. Someone is allocated a time slot of 10 to 1, 10 to 11. Someone is allocated a time slot for 11 to 12, like that. What is the reason why they are dividing the time slots? If all are allowed at a time into the queue, all are allowed into a channel, what happens? All will enter at the same time. There might be a possibility of collision. The same scheme in the time division multiplexing also. Here the time is divided into slots, and these time slots are allocated to the users. In the allocated time slot, only that particular user, that particular station only able to transmit the data. That means if slot 1 is allocated for system 1, then only system 1 is able to transmit the data. No other station is permitted to transmit the data at that particular time slot. Okay, this is the time division multiplexing. This is the time division multiplexing. See here, this is how the TDM works. This is the time division multiplexing diagram. This is the time division multiplexing diagram. How many users we have here? Observe carefully. We have A, B, C. We have A, B, C. This is time T1. This is at time T1. I will show you. This is at time T1. This is at time T2. And the next one is at time T3. That means, what is the meaning of time T1, T2 and T3? These are 3 different time intervals. At time T1, see at time T1, see the cursor. At time T1, station A transmits the data A1, station B transmits the data B1, station C transmits the data C1 at time T1. At time T2, station A transmits the data A2, B2 and C2, like that. Similarly, at time T3, A3, B3 and C3. See, all these are passed through the multiplexer. It is time division multiplexing, right? See, what is the first time unit? A1, B1, C1, right? See here, A1, B1, C1. Okay, here 3 stations we have. How many stations we have? 3 stations. Okay, the frame size should be, ఇక్కడ 3 stations ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి frame size ఎంత ఉంటదండి? frame size enta 3. if we are inputs 3 ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి frame size వచ్చేటప్పటికి 3 frame size is 3. నెక్స్ట్ allocate చేసాం ఈవెన్ దో అప్పుడు ఏ ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేసినా చేయకపోయినా బి ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేసినా చేయకపోయినా సి ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేయకపోయినా at this time interval we have a frame a1 b1 c1 together form a frame. ఇక్కడ దీనికి ఒక టైం allocate చేసాం కదా, అప్పుడు ఈ టైంలో టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్పుట్స్ ఎన్ని 3 కదా, 3 స్టేషన్స్ కదా, ఏబిసి కాబట్టి టైమ్ ఈస్ t/3. ఆ పర్టికులర్ టైం స్లాట్ లో టోటల్ టైం t అయితే గనక ఈ స్టేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి the time is for each station we have t/3 time. See here right side a1 b1 c1 together to form a frame for total time t. Here the total time is 3. So total time is t. 1 second. Next time, in the next time interval, A2, B2, C2 will together form a frame. A2, B2 and C2. Next A3, B3, C3. Here see, in the first frame, we have there is nothing to transmit by A, nothing to transmit by B. Only C can transmit the data. Ikkada A data transmit cheyatledu. ABC 3 కలిపి ఒక ఫ్రేమ్ అయింది. ఈ ఫ్రేమ్ లో టోటల్ టైం t అయితే ఈచ్ స్టేషన్ కి t/3 టైం ఇస్తామండి. ఇక్కడ ఏ దగ్గర ఖాళీగా ఉందంటే ఆ పర్టికులర్ టైంలో ఏ ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేయడానికి ఏం లేదు కాబట్టి దట్ కెప్ట్ యాజ్ ఎంటీ. బి ఎంటీ, సి ఎంటీ. ఇక్కడ సి అది మీనింగ్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, ఈచ్ ఫ్రేమ్ ఈస్ 3 టైమ్ స్లాట్స్. ఈచ్ టైమ్ స్లాట్ డ్యూరేషన్ ఈస్ t/3 seconds. This is time division multiplexing. In tomorrow's class we are going to discuss about the last multiplexing technique, that is code division multiplexing technique. Okay, meanwhile I will share you the unit 1 material and the assignment questions. Okay, thank you students.